Welcome to Stalwart Pachyderm's Let's Play Stardrive 2. I am Stallwart Pachyderm, and I'll be starting this Let's Play on Brutal under the 1.0e patch with the update AI buffs and nerfs and all-around changes. I've had lots of people asking me for a Brutal run-through to demonstrate how to play the game at a higher level, possibly give you tips on how to start the game so that you don't get crushed by the AI, etc. I've finished several games on Brutal. I've had one game under the 1.0e patch where I was recording for the Let's Play, but the game, I failed to record the mic for the first 4 hours of the game, and then the game locked up and had a couple of errors where the game just completely refused to play after that, so I had to scrub that save. So I'm restarting. I'm going to start from the very beginning and show you everything I do with the game. So let's go ahead and get the game running. So my overall aim, is to provide a deeper understanding of basic game strategies to newer players or to casual players who are having a rough go of it. These strategies are no means official or all-encompassing. They're just my strategies that I found to work very, very well for starting this game. I'm basing this off my experiences with Mastermind 2. I played Mastermind 2 religiously for about 12 years, and I'm sure I've put over 5,000 hours into it. I've also put around 1,000 hours into Sword of the Stars 1, and I've played, I would say, well over 30 different 4X space strategy games in the last 18 years, so I have played a bit. Alright, let's go ahead and campaign. We are going to take one of the base races with overall weak ship types. We could do humans, Courtesine, Rayleigh, and Vulfar have the weakest ship designs in the game. Their ships are smaller on average and typically oddly shaped so that you can't fit weapons in the way you'd normally fit them in with the other races, where you have plenty of space in all of your side areas and various ship areas. So I actually really like the shape of the Vulfar ships. The Vulfars have really great layout for how small they are. They're very good for their limited size. Courtesine Collective have very oddly shaped ships. Their cruisers typically have a good amount of space, but it's very oddly shaped, so you can't fit a lot of weapons in them, or protect the weapons you do fit in very well. Makes for a very interesting gameplay. The Rayleigh Theocracy have very small designs, slightly larger, I think, than the Vulfar on average, but the shape is really terrible for your locations. Your location shape is absolutely terrible. I don't even think their battleships can fit gauze. I think you have to go up to a Titan to fit gauze with Rayleigh. So they are very limiting. Let's go ahead and do a game as the Vulfar. Here's my Vulfar custom. It didn't save it. Weird. Sometimes it saves all of it, sometimes it doesn't save all of it. We are going to be using Vulfar ships. We're not going to be taking the Vulfar passes, mainly because I don't like the way they lay out. I'm not trying to make an overpowered race, I'm trying to create a race that is fun to play. So, our very first thing we're going to do, we can take Meticulous. If you're starting out and having a hard time in the game, taxation income is amazing. That's probably your biggest stumbling block, is you're not managing your economy properly for maximizing your cash flow. So taking Meticulous in a custom race, or tweaking a race to have Meticulous, can really save you. I'm going to take Slow Breeders, not because I think you can't have faster breeding times. I just feel that having slow breeders adds an interesting element to the gameplay and doesn't really take away from a race overall. Like, if you take Dumb, you're taking away from the gameplay experience overall because you're cutting your research potential in half. I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't necessarily take Smart, though, because, I mean, I don't know. I don't really like to jack up my science. I like to keep it at just base values. I like it better. Another thing, in the mid to late game, environmentalism, having the eco-friendly buff can be huge. The reason why this is such a powerful thing is because you can get debuffs on your planets where they become polluted, which reduces the food production by 50% for each farmer. So, and eco-friendly basically means you need one less technology to get 100% in late game. So you can actually skip one of the pollution reduction buildings. If you take literally Tree Hugger, you can skip the late game building, which is a 50% reduction building, or you can skip both of the early game buildings, which are each 25%. So that's also something for you to think about if you want them. I'm going to take Clumsy Spies because I want to be the victim of the AIs in Brutal. I don't want the AIs, I don't want to be stealing stuff from the AIs. I want the AIs to have a chance to steal stuff from me. I want to be at a disadvantage. I also want Repulsive, so that way I can't make, I either can't make trade deals for tech or goods, or I'll have to work really hard at it. That'll make the gameplay tougher overall for me. I'm not going to take an all-negative race this run through. It's something I'm going to do eventually. I'm just not going to do it this run through. Anytime you're playing a 4X space strategy game, industry is the key. Industry and population growth. And total population, I mean. The more population you have, the more places you can put them. And the better your workers are, the quicker you can produce buildings so you can produce more production. So you can produce buildings faster. So you can produce more production. So you can produce buildings faster. So you can produce more science. So you can produce more food. So you can produce more population. Everything hinges on industry. If you're having a tough game, do a new one with an industry advantage. Subterranean's really strong. Greatly increases the population you can put on a planet. And again, like I said before, industry is key. Population is key. So, between population and industry, those are the two biggest areas you can buff a race to make it stronger. Interesting. I didn't realize that these weren't exclusive until just now. That's kind of cool. That is really cool. That is really cool. Okay, so, and then we'll go ahead and take eco-friendly and rich homeworld. Why not? We have 1 point remaining. So, as you can notice, this special custom race is geared towards industry and population size. We took a negative in population growth, but we're geared towards production. Between the industry and the environmentalism, we are 100% geared towards production. The approval bonuses we get from here will help us with our production overall and all aspects of our society, really. So, these are the Vulfar. They are somewhat different. Alright, jack the difficulty up to brutal. Opponent count 5, normal system size. Everything's classic and normal. Alright, looks good. The Vulfar Imperium. Alright, so for this playthrough, forgive me if I don't do a lot of narration or whatever. I'm fighting off a sore throat. I have a cold. I don't feel particularly well. But I'll do my best to explain everything as I do it to increase your understanding of the game. So, first things first, we have a radiated planet, an arid planet, and we have our home planet. The arid planet could be a good planet to colonize at some point. But the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take our ship, our little exploration frigate, and send it off by itself without the colony ship. Next, we're going to come in here, we're going to create 2 freighter fleets, trade goods, back out. 5 turns. Anytime you start the game, if you want a good start in this game, early production is key, and flat bonuses are the key for starting a strong early game. With flat bonuses, you can go a lot farther because you don't need to have any population doing whatever task it is with the flat bonus. So because of this, I'm going to take Automated Rover Bay. as my first technology due to the flat bonus it gives, the flat 5 production bonus. It gives +1 per worker and +5 flat. If you look at the Xenomine, it is +3 production per worker. So the break-even point, I think, is 3 workers, because this one 3 workers is 8, and this one 3 workers is 9. So yeah, it's 3 workers. If you have more than 3 people working in industry, Xenomine's better. However, the Xenomine is like almost 3 times as expensive to build as the automated rover bay. And what's the thing you're lacking in the early game? That's right, total production output. So we'll go with the cheaper building because it gives a flat bonus to give us to always give us production output even when we don't have any people assigned to production. Plus it's cheaper and will allow us to build. So we'll go ahead and run some turns. Alright. Infested derelict. Alright, that'll come in a little bit. So we have an abundant low-G asteroid belt, and that's actually going to be my first colony. And you may be like, why are you going to an asteroid belt as your first colony? You can't do any farming there. You can't have very many population there. And the reason why is because I can fully support that population with just 2 buildings. Well, actually, just 1 building. All it'll need to fully support that building in the future will be my, let's look at the research page and I'll tell you what it's called, is my aeroponic farm. +3 food production to the colony per turn. I don't need anyone farming there in order to provide full food output. So it's very low maintenance in the late run. My second colony will probably be the arid planet here. And my freighter will be done the same turn that I start the colony, which will be good because that way I can move food from my homeworld to here. So, go back to the homeworld. We will move 1 food production guy up there, and we will go ahead and run a turn. Our first, when we get to 9, we'll move that population over to the asteroid belt. We have a small radiated planet, normal G, and looking at the galaxy formation, we have a couple planets or stars we can explore here, but we won't really be able to leapfrog across that void. It's really just a little bit too far. We could probably do it, but it'd be really hard. We could colonize, or we could explore down to here to push down this chain into the center of the galaxy, or we could bridge this gap right here and try to get into this cluster. I'm thinking I'm going to explore here, come back, and then explore here. Find out what's out here. Alright. And remnant encounter. My ship's probably dead. Unless I can get to that wormhole before he gets there. No. Can I run away straight away? Oh, there's Dorn. It's actually really good. But I have to kill that remnant fleet first. We'll try to run away. I don't think we'll make it. No, we made it. Okay, never mind. We made it. We made it. We're safe. It's all good. Alright. Alright, we have 5 turns to go for our next population, which will move to the asteroid belt. We actually have enough fuel to come down here. So I'm going to immediately come down here. Two turns. Alright. And we got done with the rover bay, so we are going to go ahead and move. Well, actually, first things first, I forgot to get you building. I completely derped that up. There we go. And we're going to want to build the automated rover bay. I lied. I want to build the automated rover bay first. Now we're going to get our aeroponic farm for the flat bonus. The flat bonus will help us on in-hospital climates and will reduce the total number of freighters that we'll have to have running around our empire. The less freighters you have running around, the less impacted you're going to be by any pirates that come pillaging or crystals that come destroying or master fleets that come in to wreck your face. So we want to be as self-sufficient as possible on every colony. So We have a medium barren and a medium toxic. We could put a colony on here to help us push down into the center. I'm going to go ahead and make my way back up to Vader. Alright, we have completed construction of that. Now we are going to go ahead and start working on our colony ship. And we're going to put 3 guys down to science. And yeah. This turn, I'm going to go ahead and finish this, buy it out completely, finish it. And yeah, we're just going to go ahead and leave that one cycling. Racial profiling. Gotta love it. Alright. Chuck affiliation is also a race in this game. And we didn't quite run out of fuel. That was perfect. That'll enable us to have a high turnaround rate for our next exploration mission. And next turn is aeroponics farms. Here we go. Aeroponic farms. So, aeroponic farms. We are going to switch our production over to the aeroponic farm on our home world. Whoops. Clicked off the window. Way to go. Alright. And then 4 turns for the homeworld's aeroponics. And then aeroponics farms here. 8 turns. Now, research lab. Again, flat bonuses. Flat bonuses at the beginning of the game are the way to go. I can't stress flat bonuses enough. Late game, you want scaling bonuses. Early game, flat bonuses. So we have a pirate ship here. Small little fleet. I can't take that on right now. That's a pretty nice world. Small tundra rich. Alright, so we can actually trim down the amount of food we're producing to 2. That's fine. Now, before doing any more research, I'm trying to get a colony ship out so I can keep expanding quickly. 2 turns. Alright, so this colony is now completely self-sufficient at the moment. Yeah, we'll just let it... When it gets done building that, we'll see about putting its guy into research. We need the defenses and the... and we're going to need the command points for our fleet. And I want that building finished, the space station finished. Alright. 8 turns. Um, 0, this should be fine. There's a slight typo. That or the whole entire sentence needs to be restructured to make found work. Doesn't quite work as it stands, though. Oh, wow. So I didn't realize both my colony ships got done. I thought I was waiting on one, but apparently both got done. And they were sitting on top of my colony ship, so I didn't see them come out. Okay, so in that case, oh boy. The one major downside to playing a subterranean species like I am currently is the huge amount of freighters that I will need, even though I am getting the flat bonuses for the food production and whatnot. So I guess we'll just move down here to colonize here because of the space, the Remnant and the Remnant fleets. Those two fleets, or sorry, the Pirate and the Remnant fleet are hemming me in on those two directions. I could explore here. I'll probably explore there soon, but not yet. Exploring the core is more important. So, let's go ahead and look at our ship designs. No, I want to actually look at the ship designs. Thank you. So, that's the base design. We really haven't researched any technologies yet. So, we can just start working on them with one. Yeah, with just the automated production facility. Yeah, that's fine. So excess food will give you income. So you want a little bit of excess food production. Automated river bay first, aeroponics farm second. Then we want our starbase and trade goods. Turns. Here we've got the incoming crystal fleet. It's just 4 small crystals. My starbase can kill that without any issues. You don't need a fleet for the first one. Alright, now we've gotten our basic 3 techs done. Now we need to get our next techs completed. Solar armor. It's like steel, but better. Way better. I highly recommend getting it. Runny nose. Amazing. Alright, automated river bay, aeroponic farms. Then we want a starbase, research lab, trade goods. Go ahead and put that at the end of the queue. Just gonna auto run it. Plot thickens. There is now a patch note update for the 1.0e, apparently. I have to check that out soon. Possibly run an update. Alright. What we're going to do right here, actually, we're going to take 2 of these guys and put them in Vader 1. Confirm. Just to get the buildings here done faster. Alright, now there's a swarm right there, so we can't go that way. Let's check out this planet. Our river bay is done. Now we're working on the farm. Our solar armor research is completed. Now we'll get plasma fuel cells. That will help us in our exploration missions. Alright, we found the pull-ups. They have fusion power. If we can get trade fusion power with them, I don't have any technology high enough for them to even consider trading with me. But that means I don't have to research fusion power potentially. I could just get it from them, and instead of working on fusion power, I can get fusion engines, which would be really good. I'm a big fan of fusion. All the fusion techs are really good. fusion weapons are probably the least critical of the fusion tier. I do wish there would be antimatter engines. That would make the antimatter tier a bit more interesting. So we've got 2 small pirate ships coming in. Not a big deal. Not a big deal at all. And we'll even have a ship out to help defend the starbase. Really not a big deal. Alright, we'll go ahead and fight this one out. And we'll move our ship back. Again. The starbase, for some reason, always likes to target the one that's trying to evade the shots. So, a slight problem at times. So we took some damage to our front armor. Nothing super critical. We lost 1 armor panel. 2nd armor panel is about to go, but everything else is still fully functional. So get our targeting correct. So we didn't even lose our 2nd armor panel. Alright, good fight, good fight. Get some XP for our cruiser. So that's the crystal spawn area. Haven't found Port Sorrow yet. I really wish I knew where Port Sorrow was. Port Sorrow is the pirate base, and it is fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Okay, so there is just a gas giant here. Let's find out what's here. Alright, we'll research fusion engines. Alright, so there is space crystals on this system. So I'm going to go ahead and fly back to my forward base here. Alright, let's look back here at our colonies. See how Homeworld's going. Four turns on that one, building that. Now, I could build a research lab here. The problem being is that there's very limited population on asteroid belts. So you're not going to make money on them. Not until late game when you have all the improvements for them for population size. Then you can start to make money on them. So I'm not going to bother building that because it's a cash drain at this point. 11 turns out. I could get there, but I probably wouldn't get all the way back before losing power. But I'm going to try it anyways. I want to see if there's a reason to build a fuel station here to get out this way. If something's good here, that might be a reason to expand that direction. Alright, so let's go ahead and take 1% from our homeworld. Confirm and confirm. Population is going to grow really slowly on this planet, but it's somewhere I can move population to efficiently to get overall larger populations quicker. You want solar armor. I want fusion power. 29 of 9. Yeah. Imperial Bank. Oh. They came out to attack us while we were moving, so I had no idea to turn around, which is unfortunate. I'll go ahead and move the second one, our second cruiser, down here as well. Alright, so now we got 3 population down here building. 14 turns. I could purchase the starbase at any point I want. For growing colonies, we want to keep our homeworld at about 10 population and keep ferrying population off of it to keep it at 10. We're going to go ahead and upgrade our infantry here and move them down to the threatened colony world. We're going to give them our standard... I need to actually name this. We're going to and call this infantry. These are my 2 standard loadouts. You want 2 snipers and the rest are infantry in the early game. And we'll go ahead and move all 6. Launch. And move you guys down to there. Okay. We need to build up a navy. Let's go ahead and build 2 more cruisers, and we'll actually build them up quickly. Move you down to there, and now that is a big force. I will need a. I will need at least 1 cruiser to help defend that, possibly 2. I can for sure get 1. I can for sure get 2. So run a turn just to make that cheaper. She's really good, but extremely expensive. I can't afford her at this stage in the game. I just can't afford her. I'll go ahead and build our ships, our 2 cruisers, to defend our world. There we go. Alright, and then move you guys back down there. Gonna go ahead and land our troops. The polyps are sending a force to take this world from me because they consider it theirs. They don't know who it really belongs to though. So I can forgive them for that, but if they declare war on me, it's gonna be really awkward. Go ahead and fight this. Alright, we'll go ahead and focus our fire. going to attack the wounded one. I can't see what the health on that one is. It's wounded and in the right spot, so we'll go ahead and attack it. Alright, we're gonna lose the starbase too. I didn't have I didn't have shields yet, so without shields, these guys can be quite nasty for my setup that I had going. Alright. Alright, and then we need to start building another starbase. And want to build up our cruisers again. Let's try to keep our pollution under 10. I think that'll be good for us. Oh boy. And it's war. So, even with the nerfs to mass drivers, they come way too early. They are way too early of a tech to get. Alright, move our cruisers back to support the starbase better. And if you're wondering how I see the components of individual ships in game mode, you select the individual ship and then you hit tab and it will show you the components. So you can see how it's taking damage and what components are getting blown off, what components are left. I was able to suck them onto the other station. That's great. Alright. They were already injured. There's no point in playing that out. Alright, so we've completed rebuilding our cruisers. Now we're going to go ahead and build our Imperial Bank. Any colony that has over 5 population, the Imperial Bank will make you a lot of money. The other cool thing about the Imperial Bank is it is free. There is no upkeep, so you might as well build on every colony. On like asteroid belts, where there's only 1 to 3 population, you only really make 1 or 2 off of it. So it'll help pay for other cheap buildings, but it won't really make money on those planets. But it's free for upkeep, so might as well build it. Alright, and we'll go ahead and get Xeno assimilation. Since we're at war with the polyps, I really didn't want to attack them, but they leave me no choice. So now that we've got mass drivers, let's go ahead and design our actual ships that we want. And the Fang Spinal Laser is a design I've already built that is very effective, and so is the Missile Cruiser. The Missile Cruiser is pretty good as well. However, what I want is I want to make a variation of a later shielded cruiser I've made, which is this one. We're going to take off that and that because we don't have those, and we don't have fusion power. So slightly limiting on what we can do here. We're going to put on our power plants, and we don't need that many power plants. That many power plants will do. What modules are you complaining about? I have mass drivers. See? Mass drivers. I have solar armor. Game, there is nothing on this ship that I lack currently. Maybe it's complaining because it's a, I'll just, sniper 1. Save. And then, weird, why is it claiming I can't build sniper 1? Okay, now it says I can't. Alright. Alright, we figured it out, folks. We figured it out. And we make more energy than we need per second. And we have maximum output of 80 a shot. Plus 10, so 90 a shot. So we actually do need power storage. Oh, and we can put on a fusion engine, because we have fusion engine tech. So we're going to need more power plants, and we are going to need power capacitors. And let's put on 157, that we have plenty of power for anything we need it for. And we'll put on 1 more ammo storage for our railguns. Alright, we're going to go ahead and save this. Sniper 1, confirm. And then we are going to take this spinal laser, refit it with fusion engines, since I took those. We can actually remake this completely. Remove the spinal laser mounts. This ship is going to be, its design idea is it will protect us from small ships that close, while our railgun mounted ships will protect us from long range threats and take out long range threats. when you take damage in Stardrive, you typically take it from the outside on the sector in. So if you're taking damage from the front on the side, it'll go here first and work its way down. Coming from the back, it'll come up this way. Coming from the side, it'll hit here first. So we want armor to protect ourselves, especially since we don't have shields. Even when you do have shields, there are weapons that go right through shields, so you still want armor. So our primary purpose of this ship is to take out incoming missiles and incoming fighters. And we need more power generation. We don't have enough. So we are going to go back to our system, nuclear power plant, and put one in. Alright, we have enough power generation now. We have enough power storage, plenty more than enough. So we should be good here. We'll call this Fang Laser Defender. Go ahead and save it. And then we'll go ahead and we're going to go ahead and refit both of these. 2 snipers. Alright, masters have appeared. Oh, I love that one. Alright. Two turns on our first rail cruiser, and then 3 turns on the next one. Excellent. Alright, we're going to move these down to our forward system, and then here we are going to go ahead and... Nope, not you. Wait, what? That's really bizarre that they're showing up in 2 separate fleets. That is... Oh, the elephant researcher leader. Oh, she is crazy hilarious. And the elephants are good when you get done with the project. I can actually afford this right now, except for I don't have the income to purchase her, the current BC to purchase her, so we'll see if I have the BC before she becomes unavailable. We'll get her. I'm gonna go ahead and intercept that. Go ahead and fight it. Now these long-range cruisers are designed to take out threats before they get to us. Oh, come on. Alright, I guess that's as close as I get. So we're going to pause the game, and before anything else we're going to make our maximum engagement range our maximum weapon range, 1,000 meters. And so you can see that they start just outside of our targeting range. So we're going to wait till the cruiser gets within targeting range. And now we're going to target it. Let's see what he's got in his cruiser. He's got... He has fusion power, but he's using nuclear power. 0, is that a design bug? I'm pretty sure it is. So as you can see, our railguns are messing him up. Haven't taken anything critical yet, but we're definitely chewing him up. He hasn't even crossed half the distance to get to us yet, and he's already losing components. His front section's almost completely gone. He just lost an engine, so he's going to cross even slower. He's lost everything in his front section. Now his center core is completely open. And one more good hit to the center and he's dead, so... There we go. And now we're going to go ahead and turn our engagement range way down. And we'll go ahead and target you after that one, and target you after that one. Go clean up. Just minimum range. Just close. Point blank, and he missed the railgun shot. Oh, that's funny. Oh, that is hilarious. Alright. Alright, we're going to go ahead and meet up with that fleet. And... I don't think you guys really want to watch me getting kicked in by these guys, so go ahead and let that auto run. They lost a single one. The cool thing is our colony is completely, people have had the bug where they can't select the colony if the ship's too big, but I've never experienced that, but I have experienced the master ship is so small that it completely covers up the colony and you can't click it. Fortunately, with the 1.0 E patch, you can click on the name and go directly to the colony, so that is a really nice thing. This colony is self-sufficient, so we don't need to worry about food importing. The blockade doesn't really do much to us. So, the blockade really doesn't do anything to us. Alright, now we will go ahead and look at our other troops here, and we'll upgrade the infantry to the types we want. We'll want 2 snipers, and the rest will be infantry. Now we want to take 2 snipers with us. These 2 are snipers, and we want to take 4 infantry. Launch. And then we'll go ahead and... sorry, polyps. You brought on yourself. Assimilation will be done, so hopefully I'll get fusion power. So, okay, so here's the next 2 key techs. Military antenna and mandatory service. Bigger military, better starting ships. Military antenna is the more required of the 2. It's the higher priority. So this gives us better income on our excess food on our homeworld, which is good. That'll help with our income. As you can see, we're making 19 gold a turn now. Let's go ahead and move 2 from Vader to Vader 1. Oh, okay, so we can't do that because we don't have enough freighter fleets. Let's build some freighter fleets so we can move stuff around. How big of a crystal fleet? That's a big crystal fleet again. Huh. And I don't really have the ability to create a good enough fleet to take care of that because I don't have shields yet. Currently, my only defense is distance, and crystals really don't care about distance. They will go ahead and attack you wherever. They'll just fly right in your face. Alright, move there. I'll go ahead and fight. Now, we want to be as far back as possible. There we go. That's a defender. There we go. And laser defender. Put you guys a little bit further up in front of to help with the incoming point defense. And then their current engagement range needs to be increased so they can hit this. So that they'll attack the starbase without moving. And we need to take the starbase out first. It's the most important to take out. The second most important is the cruiser. So we need to turn the ship a little bit. Alright. Starbase is almost dead. Alright, start attacking the cruiser. I need to move you up here to help deal with incoming missiles. Starbase isn't actually dead yet, but it's not shooting anymore. It's done. Alright, we'll go ahead and finish off the starbase now. Starbase is gone. This is finishing up the last two ships. Remember, this is on brutal, so there we go. And now for the ground combat. Assuming that there's troops on that planet. There are! Yay! Alright, we'll take you, put you up there. Put you up there, move you there, move you there, move you here, and move you here. Alright. Drop our shield, deployable shields down. Alright, now, you have a laser gun. You have a laser gun. No one else does. Alright. And it's a turkey shoot. I'm not sure why this fleet all of a sudden magically reappeared. I just killed this fleet with the starbase. Unless this is some new fleet that magically appeared, I'm really not sure. Alright, I'll put you back here, and you up here. Pause the game, increase our maximum allowable range, and we will go ahead and verify. Yeah, it's Wellfin. And attack the cruiser. Do you have missiles? You do not have missiles, so not that scared of them. Wait, why did both of... Bug, please. So, at the end of the last combat, we had one Fang defense laser that was beat up. That was beat up like this. Actually, it still had its engine. But it was missing all this. But it still had its engine. The other one was undamaged. Now we've got two that are identical, missing the exact same components. Bug please, Zero. This is a bug. And we're having to refight the same fleet we just killed. And this one magically took damage. I don't remember it taking damage in the previous... at least not this much damage. I don't remember it taking that much damage. It might have taken damage, but I don't think it took that much damage. So, definite bugs there, Zero. I'm still going to get it through this. So I fought that fleet twice. I killed the starbase. I had one of my point defense get copied over the other point defense after the battle, after the first battle, so they were identical in damage, which did not happen in the actual battle. This one took huge damage to its engines, which I don't remember happening. So, some interesting issues there. All of which means that I need that. I need a starbase here really bad. Yeah, I can do that. Move you guys up there. Production. I need production to get that starbase up. Gonna have to let that crystal do what it wants, because I can't defend it during the middle of this war. Defend against it. Yeah, they're still not using their fusion power tech, which is a little bizarre. I also just have a sinking thought. Did I get any tech for taking the colony? Because I have a simulator. And I didn't. I didn't get any tech for conquering the planet. So there's another bug. Yeah. A couple of major bugs so far. Huh. Hmm. Alright. A couple more turns and we'll be fully repaired. Alright, I think we're good to go to fight that fleet in the station. Let's give it one more turn to get fully repaired, I think. I should be fully repaired now. Go ahead and fight. I'm gonna do it like this. I'll use this one to draw the fire of the station and then maneuver it around to not take the damage. Set our range to maximum and target the station. Alright, we're going to go ahead and start maneuvering with our fusion drives. And power to the engines. Alright, we'll swing back around over here and increase our point defense envelope. Alright, now I gotta fit oriented the correct direction. Alright, now, we haven't taken any damage yet this combat. So far we've taken 0 damage. We took no damage. Alright, so, now the question is, after the ground combat, will there be a mystery fleet and will I be damaged? Let's find out. Oh, this will be interesting. This will be interesting. Alright, we'll drop down to the ground combat again. This is standard fighting tactics 101 right here. Alright, he has 2 ranged right there. Alright, so the computer's going to do something a little bit different this time. So we'll do something a little different. Alright, victory! Without taking any damage. Okay, I assimilated something this time at least, and there was no mystery fleet. So I got gypped out of 1 assimilation. I got gypped into taking a lot of damage onto point defense ship that didn't actually get damaged. And I got gypped into fighting a fleet that already defeated once. So let's go ahead and talk to the polyps. Contact. I think it's time we had peace. Let's do a peace treaty, and you'll give me fusion power. And I will give you fusion engines. No? I can only do a peace treaty? I can only do a peace treaty. How about you give me a single payment of credits, just to help, you know, with the war reparations. Alright, we have peace now with the polyp symbiosis. Alright. And I think I'll call that here for this game, for this part of the game, and see you guys next time.